Atkinson. Richard was raised by pixies in the old town of Brighthelmstone by the sea, and started writing poetry at the age of 4, mainly about the sea. And an early childhood illness was cured by daily dips in the sea, whatever the weather. Richard worked cleaning chimneys for the rich, and was once visited by the fairy tooth angel, who left a lucky sixpence under the pillow, which he prizes to this day. Richard first appeared on Jim'll Fix It, when he read a poem for the Queen entitled, "I ain't no bitch, lady, but you are the tops." And thus Richard became one of the first rap poets of his generation. He also appeared on Wogan in the 1780s, and was resident poet at B&Q in the 1830s. Please welcome Richard Atkinson.
I haven't really written anything for tonight because I haven't been able to write much stuff for a long time. But I did feel I had some poems that fitted into the theme, as it were. So, the first one, this came out last June or July in New York. It's the title poem of the book. It's only 7 poems, Fat Lemons, but it's pretty crazy, so I think it fits in okay. It's called Love Stuff and Fat Lemons. Nonsense. She said she'd hypnotised me. Fat lemons. And whenever I wrote a poem, I thought about sex. Fat lemons. And I would type fat lemons in capitals and not realise I was doing it or see it after and think how gorgeous she is. Of course, I knew she was kidding. Fat lemons. My God, she's comely. I'm just not the type to be entranced, put under. Fat lemons. Oh, to be near her magnificence again. Fat lemons, fat lemons. She can't fool me, pull the wool over. Fat lemons. My eyes. Her eyes are deeper than fat lemons. A love jug with a black hole in, and too many warm swirls to count. You can't help but fall in fat lemons deep. Cheers. This is, I've got a psychiatrist, but he's kind of crazier than me, really, you know. And this is about a meeting where he was acting quite odd, you know. But I couldn't say too much at the time. This actually happened, yeah. The meeting. Yeah, I went to see the psychiatrist recently. Last meeting never happened. He had blanked me in the street. I wanted to ask him what was happening about the meeting. He just blanked me and talked into his mobile. Secret things and words. Then at the new meeting, I asked him why he had blanked me out in the street. Very hush-hush, he said. I work for a secret gov organisation. He said, very hush-hush. I am their top operative, he said. One day we will take over the world, he said. Is it criminal-related biz, I asked? Yes, he said, and I can say no more. Very hush-hush, he said. I have superpowers, he said. Very hush-hush. You might have blown my cover. Cheers. I thought this fitted in because it's just a bit crazy. It just happened at the Monument Metro. It's called The Gates of Hell and the Blue Balloon. 2 dogs as fierce as an underwaterfall stood guard by the gates going down. Someone came with pram, the pushchair, not the overlooked group, with a blue balloon tied onto it, floating above. One of the dogs tried to smell the blue balloon. As their snout touched and nudged, both the balloon and hound darted back. The hound jumped up, pulling at the lead, causing everyone to be alarmed, then laugh about it. It made me feel easier about things. At least I wasn't afraid of a blue balloon. I knew we were all going down. Why do they need security here if they don't let in drinkers? Who will they let in, even with a blue balloon? I'd figured it out. All I needed was a blue balloon, or it was all a con, and I was really going up instead of down. Cheers. This is very difficult to do. This is the most difficult film to do in my life. I've got to channel Arthur Daly and that guy from the Quentin Tarantino film. Very difficult, this. I'll give it a go. What's the name of I can't remember the name of the films, but yeah. I won't tell you what it's about, it's too crazy. Right, it's called Coming Up, Tommy Trinder, You Lucky Peoples. Why dost thou so speaketh the way of angels has gone? And so it shall come to pass that those in the know get biggy and fatty and lose their very senses. And we must sure foot trot down, and laying naked feels like the very butt of the camel. Naked king, shop fitter, and yawning. Though he does speaketh here and here, for the voice is everywhere like a camel's back. Knitting needles, pining for goodness, thou shalt not have a merry-making and stuff the hay. My back like the sure-footed Skagga cement. Buyeth of builders with brainy brawn and muscle, they hang their silver trinkets on like a sawtooth fairy who can't knit any more. With gladness the ripe ye shall yield to the very purpose of Toys R Us. The plain way ahead is unmarked, but leadeth the way to a stir-fry a comeuppance. For capitalists we all be a sinning and a reeking, and capitalists have shiny teeth in their very mouth. Speaketh like the very devil upturned, and grinning unpleasant god-awful smell. To go backwards thou shalt hear the very voice of the fruit fetish, tofu fairy dragon, and marmalade soup on Sundays. Let thee be blind and hear all that have cometh. Thy way before, heron addicts, for fishes are their king, fairy dragons. And hellfire on top mountain, bigger than sherbet dip lemons. They know thy fate as Sunday's got a pace. The king toe nail fairy dragon is all loose, and know thou shalt not fear the dragon's way. Go meekly unto the night, and by your sixpences well, fart they shall be your last, O king dragon slayer. They sell blackjacks in the place you fear to go a-treading, and sing songs of praise every day. The light shineth and strikes ye down. Come yonder and peck at butts like a mad pigeon looking, yonder for food and grey treacle mine for mind, and healing begone. Begone, I say, for all that tread on treacle will be swearing uncouth words of their camel-back sofa king, and light fittings and flatty screeny TVs that say the word is did and gone. Cheers. This is about a guy, you've probably seen him around. I see him most days in the city centre. So, I think most people think he's as mad as a hatter, sadly. The Bag of Bones man. There's a guy I see around the same age as me, maybe younger, but he looks older, with mental health issues, as thin as a rake, ill-fitting clothes due to shrinkage. I see him around the city centre. Recently he had many months' beard on him, hair that was wild, long, and had not been cut or washed for months. Just going up to people and saying he had not eaten for 5 days and can they spare any change. I often see him just sitting at the bus stop, up the road, not waiting for a bus. He just sits there, as thin as a rake, waiting for nothing to ever happen, for the best anyhow. Maybe he failed the Atos test or has to pay the bedroom tax due to being unable to move. Saw him at the city centre bus stop, as thin as a rake. His body was twitching, his right arm would fly up like a nasty salute, as if he couldn't help himself, and then lower, and then he would rub his mouth, as if he couldn't help it. And this was repeated many times, like a cartoon man, stuck on repeat, as if he couldn't help it. Until the bus came to take him God knows where. Maybe the psychiatric ward, just a bag of bones, twitching involuntarily. On repeat, public performance mode. He used to get food on tick from the newsagent, who was a kind man, but he retired a while back, so the safety net measure is not there anymore. Wish I had filmed the twitching man at the bus stop to show the Tory coalition just what they are doing to a lot of people. It will not save them any money, as the Bag of Bones man will be back in psychiatric hospitals soon probably, and may never leave there, due to idiot millionaire MPs trying to skin people whilst they are still just about alive, just to save them some cash, which it will not anyway, in the long run. His hope, feelings, independence, self-esteem, pride and personality wiped out as if by magic. Just another bag of bones man, bothering you again and again for small change. Any change would do. Like a sad song you can't not get out of your head, on continuous repeat. Public performance day in, day out. Recently he was sitting on a bench shouting, "Come out, my friends, help me." Shoppers walked a distance away from him, as if he had a contagious disease. They could not get out of their head. Is this the way we should treat people who maybe need a little help? It's inhumane, cleansing the poor and or disabled of any hope. Maybe they will even bring back the workhouse, another preventable suicide waiting to happen in his and your lifetime. It's the only one he and we get, just this once, just this one shot. Cheers. This is, I've suffered from, in the past, I've suffered from like kind of schizophrenia and hearing voices, and I was doing a university poetry group, and we had to try and come up with a poem that was taboo, and to me that was kind of a taboo thing, so I came up with this. It's kind of partly related to what I went through, but not totally. It's called Box Up Clever, the Voices of the Night. You say to yourself, stop thinking, that's the answer. No more mind battles, just you, the drink, some music, the computer, and the night. Shut out everything except the night. Box up clever, the voices of the night. But they always edge their way in. They always do. They always find a way. They seem a lot smarter than you, more streetwise, cooler, even upbeat. A friend even to your loneliness, although they never seem to know when to stop. Always arguing, swearing filth at you. They would go on forever and do some nights. You think you hear them sometimes. The depth of the night is like a wire mesh around your brain. You fine-tune it to receive every noise, animal, car screech, as though it was from inside your night echo mind, rather than outside. You fine-tune yourself to incoming sarky loose chatter in the head, who have fighter planes, battleships, mind missiles, battalions. Your minds are a balloon floating not here or there, or somewhere you know you would find it. Put a finger on it, nudge it back into shape. The booze is your blocker of loneliness, feelings, voices, and the night is the drink's companion of yours. You never get barred from the night, never. The night becomes like an escape, like a life shoot, a parachute jump into another world beyond reason, alienation, incomprehension. Finally, you and the world of the night, voices, drink, feel at one. A strange kind of peace is found. You have given in to the voices of the night. The computer says you have a friend. So you think, well, if the computer says so. The loneliness of the night makes you feel the opposite of lonely. Its loneliness and its hazy worldview is now your only friend. All of it, every dark, lazy, chattering, mad, fat piss corner. The TV buzzing its damn interference, the cat hissing their sex love cries in playful surrender. The empty packets of mind meds and bottles of alcohol lie around like forgotten things you should have done and said and put right, organised into a cold, hard daydream. Reason, tidied up like a submission, completed, coming up for air. Cheers. This is a really old one. When I was living back in Manchester, I just went to a reservoir and it actually happened. It was quite funny because the people that saw me talking to this flying bird must have thought I was crazy. So I think it fits in here. It's called Big B-flat Minor Talk. Bird with crest perched on tall grass beside cipher-swept clean reservoir, undulating, sang a little and darted into undergrowth, looking for something, anything to make it tick like you do. Its reed mate came by, crestless, as small as a B-flat minor, looking for its partner, pointed to where she should go. B-flat minor didn't take a jot of notice, looking at me like I was insane. Must have understood humans want to destroy things of beauty, hardly ever see, wanting only to attain things like we own them, God and everything, even B-flat minor, as though we never hit the axis sign. Lit up in smoky neon red, we were born to enter, mostly half alive, dead. Had a chat with B-flat, squeezing my lips together, so they quivered, vibrated, replying to his twitterings, to her twitterings. Every time she made two, I made two, and so on. We seemed to get along fine, even though I could not sing as well as she could. Tiptoed on top of strong, silent type grass, shivering its nakedness in the snake breeze. Most intelligent conversation I've ever had, or will have. B-flat knew just about everything there was to know, secrets we had forgotten. So, as smacked lips together, squeezing out chit-chat, a couple appeared, looking at me as if I had escaped from somewhere they hide the keys from you. B-flat pretended she didn't know me, the creep, disappeared without so much as a thank you to find her partner, and I had no one to talk to again. But the Zypher's breath felt fine and good, and I had some left, even inside the inside. Cheers.
Another round of applause, please, for Richard Atkinson. Good, right. Time for our first round of open mic. If you want to do any open mic here tonight, you haven't signed up yet, don't worry, there's still going to be plenty of time. Do grab myself during the interval and we can make it happen. First up tonight, have we got Bridget Hamilton here? No, I just delight in reading out random names. So, next up, I'm going to try for right carriage. Can we have right carriage, please?